y'all. I'm about to do my keynotes. So I wanted to hop on here so y'all could tune in. What up?
She will be the person to help in assist with that. She has been at the forefront of pushing diversity at election. We're trying to change the face of things. So at this time,
Hey y'all, about to do my keynote.
The workaholic herself, she was able to take her $32,000 teaching salary and turn it into 6 figures. And today she's going to teach us how to take our money and make it work in the manner that she has. She also has Busy at the Beach in addition to Work for a Slave. She's the go-to powerhouse business coach for millennials. At this time, I would like for you to stand and give it up for my friend, my client, Ms. Coriel DeVoe.
Y'all ain't have to stand up now. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to play with that microphone. Can y'all hear me? Yes. Okay, all right. Hey, ladies. Y'all can sit down. There's too much pressure when you're So I am Coriel. Thank you, Coco, for the invitation and for the good introduction. I appreciate that. I am a former educator. Any educators in the building? Teachers? The struggle. Listen, when I got out of the classroom, I literally had coworkers emailing me like, girl, how did you get out? As if we were in jail. Like, it was literally like, how did you break free? And so I, as Coco said, I have been able to turn that $32,000 teaching salary into a 6-figure brand. And people are always asking, what's the first question people ask? How? Like, how did you do it? And there isn't one answer. There's not one secret that I can share, but the secret was multiple streams, right? Multiple streams of income. And so although I realize and understand that entrepreneurship is not for everyone, multiple streams of income is. All right, so how many entrepreneurs in here? All right, put your hands down. Aspiring entrepreneurs? Side hustlers? Career women that's doing a little stuff? Okay, all right, so I want to share with you all today, I want to talk a little bit about some money-making things that you can do right away, right now, regardless of your skills, regardless of your story, regardless of your expertise. But before I do that, I want to talk about a couple of get your mind right things that you need before you can get your money up, okay? I did a panel maybe 2 weeks ago, and there were nothing but 6- and 7-figure earners on this panel. And when I say the one thing that everybody on that panel kept saying is I had to get my mind right first. The money doesn't match until your mind is right. And a lot of times, our parents who wanted to protect us, they wanted to keep us safe, they gave us the blueprint that was given to them. And that blueprint to work a job for 40 years, be loyal to this company, get these benefits at 65, like that doesn't work for our generation anymore. So we are trying to live our lives based on the blueprint that has expired. And so I want to talk to you all just about 5 things that you have to know in order to get your mind right so that you can get your money up. All right? Now, before I go into number 1, what is the work with an E? People always want to know that. My book is called Work 101. My podcast is Confessions of a Workaholic. Everything is with the E, work. And it's not just because it's cute. The work with an E is the effort and the energy that you dedicate to your own dreams. Outside of what you do for other people, which is the work with an O. So the work with an E is for you. It's the time, the effort, the energy, the resources that you dedicate to your dreams. And I feel like my life started to change when I started doing the work with an E. When I stopped trying to do for everyone else and really figured out what I wanted to do and what God was calling me to do. All right, so number 1, in getting your mind right so you can get your money up, you cannot depend on one source for security. Unfortunately and fortunately, I have had to learn through the lessons and experiences of people around me. So I literally have an aunt who graduated college, got a job at a bank, and worked at that bank for almost 30 years. Do y'all know that she got into work one day, and it was like 2 weeks before Christmas. Got to work one day, and what happened? No, she didn't get fired. They dressed it up and said she got what? Laid off ain't nothing but fire. You got fired. You can't go. You're not going back. And so that to me, and I mean literally, ended up in Target. You know, work and no shade to Target, but when you feel like you have invested and been loyal and you did everything right, you got the good job, you got the good grades, you got the degree, you got the good job, you did all of that, and then life still knocks you down. So the first thing you have to understand is you cannot depend on one source for security, because guess what? There is no such thing. There's no such thing as security. Not even in entrepreneurship, because what you're doing might be trendy today, and then tomorrow the market changes. Or what you're doing might be based on me spending my money with you, and I don't have no money this week. So now you don't have no money next week. So there's no such thing as security, and one stream is never going to get you there. So that's the first thing. Second thing you have to understand or prepare for, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. The first time I did a keynote was actually at my own event. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to wait for somebody to hire me. I'm going to put my cell phone. Y'all, it sounded good. My knees were shaking, my voice was shaking. Like, I wish I had a video to just show. I didn't sleep the entire week before. That's how nervous I was. That's how twisted up in knots my stomach was. But I knew that people needed to hear what I had to say. I'm a teacher. Like, I'm naturally a teacher. I'm an educator. And I knew that that is what God had for me. And so I had to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. There's still things that I do on a daily basis that I don't want to do. I don't feel excited to do it, but you got to do it to get it done. Y'all got that one? All right. Third thing, there's power in your people. And I know that y'all know that because you're here. I cannot tell you one resource that helped me get to the six figures. I can't tell you one book. Well, I can tell you several books. But the real secret sauce is my people. That's it. And I don't care if you are in the fitness industry, the baking industry, you're a car mechanic. Like, the people who know you, the people who are connected to you, the people who are willing to go out in the world and tell others about you, that's where your power is. And so really, truly being invested in relationships, reciprocal relationships. Not just people who take, but people who you're adding value and they're adding value. Because the next opportunity is going to come from someone. God does the blessing, but he does it through people. Right? And so this opportunity through a person, all of the media that I've gotten, I have never, ever, and one day I'm going to do it. But I like being able to say that I've never done it. I have never written like a pitch to be in a media anything. I've been in Essence, I've been in Forbes, I've been in Huffington Post. People found me. It was a person. It was a person who heard about me. Somebody told somebody about me. Somebody did an email introduction. It's always people who are in position to bless you. Always people who are in position to put you in position, or to create a platform to put you in position. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing that you got to understand if you're going to get your mind right so that you can get your money up, you have to stop waiting on cosigners. You got to stop waiting on cosigners. People are going to call you crazy. When I first got on the scene, 2011, I started a brand called the Single Wives Club. Anybody heard of that?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So Single Wives Club was my baby. That was my passion project. The year prior to that, I was engaged. It was an abusive relationship. I got out of it. And when I got out of it, I'm like, okay, I still want to be a wife one day. I just knew that this was not the right person and I was not ready. And so I literally did soul searching, really tried to figure out, like, what could I do to prepare for this role of becoming a wife? Anybody in here, has your mom, like, trained you to be a wife? Has she had conversations? No, right? Y'all looking like, no, not really. We don't do that. And yet we all, not all, but a lot of us aspire to become a happy wife, right? And yet we don't have one lesson, course, workshop, nothing on how to do it. And so that's what I created with the Single Wives Club. And so literally being able to trust myself and have faith enough to know that this is what God was calling me to do. There was no such thing as a single wife before I created that. I cannot be farsighted. As the visionary, I don't have to see it in real life to know that it's out there. Yep. I can see it in my mind and create it. But there's people around you, and they might love you. It might be your mom, it might be your man. They want what's best for you, and what's best for you is safe. Entrepreneurship isn't safe. It's risky. When you are stepping outside of what people are used to, when you're creating your own thing, that's risky. And so a lot of times people will try to talk you out of the things that God has for you because they can't see it for themselves, right? They can imagine. I can imagine walking away from a comfortable teaching career. People thought I was crazy when I walked away from the classroom. You got summers off. How you going to walk away from that? You know, it's just like, listen, the 9 months that I do have to work, it is not worth it. And so people will literally put their fears, their opinions off on you. And as women, we're soaking that up. And so even if you don't feel it right away, like even though I was like, it's the single wild stuff, we're going to be successful. Like I'm talking all this ish. But when I went home, I started to think. It started to weigh on me. I started to question myself, well, maybe they're right. Well, I am single. Like, who? Maybe I should wait until I at least get a man. And then we can start. But I had to remind myself what it was. I wasn't trying to be a single woman teaching other single women how to get married. I literally created a platform and brought wives in to have those conversations that our mama should have had with us. Right. That was my mission. But as long as I was distracted by the opinions of other people, I was getting further and further away from what God was calling me to do. So you cannot worry about co-signers. You cannot wait for other people to support you before you get started, or you will never start. All right? If you would have told us 5 years ago, when you land in New Orleans, you're going to hop in the car with a stranger, and he's going to take you to your hotel. Would y'all have done that? No, but we Ubering and Lyfting. I just got an email that I took 622 Lyft rides in 2018. That's ridiculous. I hate driving. But the point is, that was like nobody would have thought that we would be doing that. Airbnb. You want to go stay at a stranger's house? Yeah, right. That's like we would have had all these things to say, and now these are what? $1 billion companies. All right, the little lady with the fidget spinner. Dumbest thing in my life. But she made bank on that little fidget spinner. So a lot of the things that you are being called to do, it's not for everybody else. So that's why they don't get it. It's not for them. And once you're successful, guess what? They don't. Oh, I used to know her. She told me about that idea, and I told her it was good. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. So they will come along once you take off, right? People want to be on the winning team. They don't want to be on the team that's on the way, that's practicing. They want to be on the team with the winners. So focus on winning. Don't focus on them, focus on winning. That's number 4. And then the 5th thing that you got to do is you have to be willing to start where you are with what you have. And sometimes you got to do it scared. I did not have a business degree, still don't. I didn't have a bunch of training, experience. I didn't have a mentor, a coach, money. I didn't have any of the things that we talk ourselves into thinking that we need. So many people, I mean, I know y'all have heard several stories, like I took $500 and turned it into $1 million business. You have to start where you are with what you have. And I'm here to tell you that you already got the skills to pay the bills. You do. Anybody in here got a job? Anybody? Or ever worked a job? Come on now, y'all lying. Come on now. All of us, right? We've all worked somewhere. That means someone has trained us, and we all have a skill. I don't care if you was the fry girl, the receptionist, whoever. Someone was willing to pay you to do those things, right? So that means now all you got to do is get creative and figure out ways that you can pay yourself to do those same things. One of my clients literally worked in higher education. I forget which office, but he was maybe in the dean of students or something like that. So he literally worked in this university for probably 10 years. Got on-the-job training. I'm talking about took every workshop, every professional development, everything that he could. Quit. He quit. Do y'all know that this brother packaged up a program with all of the skills, all of the research, everything that this job taught him, went back to that same school and got a job as a contractor. Wow. He didn't do anything that was like unbelievable. All he did, he worked smarter and not harder. He said, I'm going to get in this job, I'm going to learn what I need to know, and then I'm going to come back and give it to y'all, and I'm going to travel and give it to all these other universities that need it. So now he's created freedom for himself. Now he's able to do the things that he already had access to. He was already doing the same thing. But he's remixed it, and now he's able to do it in the way that he wants to do it. All right, so you got to start where you are with what you have. One easy way to figure that out, if you are not an entrepreneur yet and you want to get into it, make a list of your skills. I live by lists. Like if I ever get confused about anything, I will make a list. So make a list of your skills, like those things that you're naturally good at. I don't even care if it's like you're a good listener. Whatever it is, because you could be a transcriber, okay? Whatever it is that your skills are, we all have skills, and there's something in here that each of us knows how to do better than the person next to us. So I might be good at, I don't know, building a website, and she might be able to help me style myself for my photo shoot that I'm going to need for the website. And then you might be able to help me with the editing for the copy that I need. We all have a gift, all of us. And I hear so many people who say, you know, I'm broke, I don't know what to do, I got money problems. You don't have any, none of us have money problems.
Right.
We got mindset problems.
Yeah.
We have not allowed ourselves to step outside of our way. We are sabotaging ourselves because we're overlooking all of our skills. So make a list of your skills, and then make a list of those gifts, those things that people always come to you for. People come, and I'm talking about since you were a little girl. This thing that people have always complimented you on, this thing that you have always naturally been interested in or passionate. That's all connected to your purpose. And your purpose is what's going to get you paid. All right? So real quick recap before I give y'all these couple of ways that you can get paid right away. Number one, you can't depend on anyone else or one stream of income for security. What was number two? You gotta get comfortable getting uncomfortable. I'm about to go back into teacher mode. What was number three? Power in your people. You gotta make the most of these. Let me tell y'all a quick story. This wasn't even part of it, but last year I attended this conference in Hawaii. I'm an introvert. Y'all saw I was sitting like over there in the back by myself. I can't help it. It's just who I am. So I went to this conference, ran into one of my homegirls that I knew at the conference. Saw her maybe 2 days ago. This girl, when I say she's not like me. Like, she's not a wallflower. She was up answering questions, asking questions after each session. She would not sit at the same table each day for lunch. She was working the room. She was on the dance floor. She was doing, 2 days ago when I talked to her, y'all, she told me she met 3 people at this conference. And from those 3 people, she got over $100,000 in contracts. And this was back in June. Ask me how many $1,000 contracts I got. Not one. And so 2019 is my year to really step outside of what I'm comfortable with doing to do what I know that God has called me to do. I got to open up my mouth. And the thing about the people who are connected to you, 9 times out of 10, they want to help. They want to support. And if they can't, they will point you in the direction of someone who can. But if we keep our mouth closed, they don't know what we need. They don't know how they could be a solution for us. They don't know how they could connect the dots. And so you have to understand that your people are your power. The 4th one, stop waiting on a cosigner. Stop waiting on a cosigner. Stop waiting on people to celebrate you. If you start your Instagram page today and you got 5 followers, you better rock with those 5. Right? Turn those 5 into your customers. And then those 5 will go out and get you 5 more. All right? And then last but not least, start where you are with what you have. I don't care what it is that you have. God has gifted us all with something. I really, truly believe God already gave us everything we need to get everything we want. Everything. And if there's something that you feel like you don't have, you're already connected to someone who does. Right? All right, so real quick. 3 ways that you can make money right now. I was waiting for this. Number 1, those skills, after you make that list, you can sell those skills. So a couple websites that you can sell your skills. Number 1, peopleforhire.com, upwork.com. And if you search Upwork, a whole ton of other freelance websites will pop up. And so these are basically websites where you could write resumes. So I know there's a resume writer in here. If you're like, I'm not trying to get on the gram and get these clients, you can literally go to Upwork, upload your skills, upload your portfolio, and you can get clients that way. So you can be a resume writer. You can do transcription. You can do editing. You can do whatever. There's literally a category up there for you. So those 2 websites will be helpful. Fiverr too, except that's more like on the low end. Even though anybody use Fiverr? Have y'all noticed they ain't nothing $5 no more? Listen, and then they charge you like a $2 fee.
That's $7.
Yeah, they ain't right. They got us. But see, that's how you do it. They reel you in and then they change your fees. I know this too. Okay, so that's number 1. You can sell your skills. You can sell your skills by uploading them to a freelancer website. That's easy. You can do it from home. Second thing you can do is join an affiliate program. You do not have to have a huge network. There's a website called clickbank.com. ClickBank. Literally, whether you are into beauty, tech, fashion, whatever, there's 1 million affiliate programs that you can apply for. Does anybody not know what an affiliate program is? Let me say it because somebody might not know and y'all don't want to speak up. Okay, an affiliate program is basically Coco's hosting this event. She says, Coriel, well, this is not a good example because I was speaking, but let's say I wasn't speaking. She says, Coriel, you have all these followers. They are the perfect demographic for this event. Do you mind sharing this event? I'll create a link for you, and then everybody who attends based off your link, you get $10. Coriel don't have to leave her house. She don't have to come to New Orleans. I don't have to do anything except send out a little email, post something on my social media, and I can make money based off the work that someone else is doing. You can do the same, and I happen to know Coco, but clickbank.com eliminates that. You don't have to know anybody. So it's 1,000,001 different products and services that you can make money off of based on the work that someone else is doing. And again, you don't have to have a huge audience. You don't have to have a huge audience to be able to do that. And then last but not least, we heard earlier that everybody needs to write a book. I believe everybody needs to create a course. It might be the teacher in me. I don't know. But as a 2-time author, that little $18. Like, it's not, it's your business card. It's your business card. It's your business card. It's your business card. But it's not going to, and I don't want to say it's not going to, it's not the end all be all. Let me say that. So if you already have a book, create a workbook. Create a course around it, right? You could do an online course. You could do a live workshop. Like thinking outside of the box. That's where those multiple streams of income comes in, right? So if you have my travel brand, for example, breaking down the multiple streams. So Coco mentioned I do Busy at the Beach, which is where I'm taking boss babes from around the country to my favorite beaches around the world. It's literally us getting together and going on a vacation. So that's one stream. When you go to the beach, what do you need? You need a swimsuit, you need a beach bag, you need a beach towel. Guess who sells that? Your girl. Right? It makes sense. It makes sense. So that's a second stream. Now I have my own travel agent, travel agency where I'm able to hire other travel agents to work under me. So now you come work for me. You book travel for all of these people, but guess who did a little cut? Your girl didn't have to do any of the work. That's how the multiple streams of income thing works. So you take the big umbrella. This is my main offer, and then these are the upsells, the cross promotions, all of that. But it's all aligned because the audience is the same. It's women who want to travel, right? All right, so does that make sense? So your course, I believe everybody has a course in them, again, because we all have skills. It could literally be, I worked in HR for the last 10 years, and now I'm going to start resume writing. Or now I'm going to start doing interview training. All you got to do is think outside of the box and break out of the blueprint that has expired that no longer works. Was this helpful for anybody? Yes. Do y'all have any questions? I'm supposed to do questions, huh? Yes. Okay. Y'all have any questions? It was that good? All right, well, give me a round of applause. Yes? Okay, I'm back.
You talked about being an educator.
Yes.
And I was before this position, I was a professor in English.
Okay.
At a large university. So, how do you think that transition was from education? Because now, you kind of drifted away from it a little. And because you like drifted away. I mean that you're not a classroom setting.
I do it differently. So instead of teaching kids, I teach still education. I teach classes now from entrepreneurs.
But do you find you miss it? Because I find myself missing it.
I miss the babies, but I don't miss them that much. Honestly, I feel like though that I do need kid energy. I feel like kid energy is just, it's like soothing almost. I am looking for like opportunities to like volunteer and work with kids, but I can't do it in that capacity.
I have a question. You talked about courses.
Yes.
What's your favorite medium or platform, or do you just use your own website?
So I use Teachable. That's a good question. I use Teachable, and I use it's called Simplero, simple, and then RO at the end. But that is like a system that does your emails. It does everything. It has products. Like you can do everything with Simplero. And so now I use that for my courses. But I have also used Teachable. Anybody? Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so approximately what's the percentage of relationships that you've gotten from social media to help expand your business versus people you already knew, like personal relationships? How valuable was that connection? You know, because there's so many successful women and men too. You know, so what's that number like for you?
I would say 96%. From I was a teacher. I didn't know nobody. Like I didn't know the editor at Essence magazine. I met her through the Single Wives Club. Like I met her because someone, literally, true story. I was taping a documentary for the Single Wives Club. They were interviewing like all of these celebrities. I don't know how they found me, but they were interviewing amazing people. Happened to interview the editor at Essence magazine. In the interview, told them about me, and the editor of Essence magazine sends me an email. Like, oh my God, I heard about this work you're doing. I want to tell my readers about you, blah, blah, blah. It was a person who connected me, who just happened to mention my name. Again, powering the people. But social media is, and not just social media, Instagram, I would say, is like such a huge resource because, some of the other networks, things kind of flow and go, whereas Instagram is more permanent. If you leave a comment, people can still find, it's still there. If you send a DM, it's still there. So I would have to say social media, really, really using social media with intention. And then the other thing that has been beneficial for me is my podcast. So I literally did not start my podcast to make money. I started it to make relationships, to connect with these women who, are doing the amazing things that I aspire to do. So that's been helpful too.
So can I interview you for my podcast?
There you go. That's what you got to do. No, seriously, that's what you have to. Nobody turns down interviews. Now, they're going to ask for a coin if you ask them to come speak at your event, but they will be interviewed by you because people are talking about themselves and people need publicity. So if you need to connect with people, start a podcast, start a blog, and just start asking for interviews. Someone told me I'm about to really get into LinkedIn. That's like my move for 2019. But someone told me, the same girl that made the $100,000 at that event, said that she reaches out to people on LinkedIn and asks them, can she interview them?
And it's the big people, and
it's the big people, and that's what she does. So just working smarter and not harder. Anybody else? All right, ladies, thank you. Oh, did I give it to me? All right, let me see it.
She's downstairs.
Okay.